Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Health Made Easy. I'm your host, Dr. Jason Jones, and I'm super excited for this month's topics that we're going to cover. We're going to cover something that's a little bit more on the controversial side this particular month. But before we do that, I just want to ask you guys for one little favor because I never sell anything on here. There's nothing to buy on this podcast. There are no ads. So what I would like for you to do is just head on over to your podcast player, whichever one you use, and rate and review this podcast. We'd appreciate it very much. Thank you so much. All right, so we're going to be talking about protein. Now, protein has been demonized quite a bit in the health literature, and I'm not really sure why, because you need protein for basically every single cell in the body. But today what we're going to discover and talk about is why protein is so important for our overall health. And I said this earlier that it's involved in every single cell in our human body. That means every 50 trillion cell that you have is comprised of protein. And protein, we have has well-defined structures in our body created from it. That's why we refer to as like the building blocks of the body for protein. This is what we call a macronutrient, whereas protein, carbs, and fats, there are your macronutrients. But they're everywhere. They're in our bones, cells, tendons, muscles, enzymes, blood, hormones, neurotransmitters, and other structures. Protein consists of amino acid chains. There are three categories of amino acids, namely you have essential, non-essential, and then you have conditional amino acids. Now our bodies receive essential amino acids from the foods that we eat because we do not have the capacity to manufacture them. The body can manufacture non-essential amino acids from the essential amino acids supplied via food or during protein breakdown. Now, conditional amino acids are needed during certain conditions such as adversity, stress, and illness. Now, what are the reasons why protein is so important for our overall well-being? Well, in addition to being the building blocks of life, protein has several other health benefits. Our daily protein requirements depend on various factors, including physical activity and the state of our bodies. The following that I'm going to cover are some of the reasons protein is so fundamental to our overall well-being. Number one, protein is responsible for the body's self-repair following an injury. Now, have you ever healed from an injury, a bruise, or a cut? Did you ever wonder how that bleeding stopped and a scar formed? Proteins are the essential building blocks in organs and tissues. When we are injured, protein helps our bodies repair and recover from such injuries. Different studies support this and add that after injury, increasing our daily protein consumption can accelerate the recovery process. Next one is protein promotes muscle mass and strength. Are you a strength trainer? Are you a bodybuilder? Are you just a person that would like to retain and maintain their muscle mass throughout their life? Maybe you desire to have these big, huge muscles for excellent, poise in front of the camera, or maybe it's for some other reason. But proteins are the building blocks for our muscle mass and our strength. Adequate protein consumption helps in maintaining muscle mass and promoting muscle growth. Trainers, weightlifters, and those desiring to get muscles need to include protein in their daily diets for the best results. And again, this is not just for the bulky people. This is for the people that just want to have normal operation. You must have protein for muscle mass and strength, because when you lose strength, especially as you get older, your chances of going to the nursing home early go up real fast. Now, they promote healthy bones. The bones are comprised of about 50% protein. Studies showed that adequate protein consumption balanced with calcium and other plant foods and minerals is beneficial for your bone health, especially postmenopausal and when you start to get older. Consuming more protein will help maintain bone mass and reduce the fracture and osteoporosis risks as we age. The next one is it boosts our metabolism and increases fat burning. Reliable sources indicate that protein have higher thermic effects than fats and carbohydrates, which means increases our ability to burn fat. So higher protein consumption significantly boosts the rate of metabolism as well as burned calories. In a study to compare calorie burning between high and low protein groups, the high protein group burned 260 more calories than the low protein group per day. And then the last one I'm going to cover is eating proteins helps lower blood pressure. High blood pressure is rampant pretty much around the world, especially here in the United States, and increases the risk of things like chronic kidney disease, heart attacks, and strokes. And scientists and nutritionists, through controlled trials, have found an association between higher protein intake with lower blood pressure. Other reasons why protein is essential for our overall well-being are these: reducing hunger levels and suppressing appetite, minimizing food cravings and the desire for snacks, especially at night, weight loss maintenance, keeping healthy kidneys unharmed, helping us remain fit as we age. See, each of our body cells consists of protein with chains of amino acids making up its basic structure. And everyone, including kids, teens, expectant women, need protein for growth, development, repairing cells, and manufacturing new ones. And as far as I'm concerned, this is probably one of the biggest deficiencies that most people have, is they just don't eat enough protein during the day. And all you got to do is ask them what they have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you'll find out real quick they're not even close to the amount that they should have, which if you want to know what that should be for you, all you got to do is listen to some future podcasts that we're going to cover this month, and we'll go right into it. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you very much. Signing out. Bye-bye.